Aviation technology has its own celebrities, and very few of these celebrities can be on the same podium as the B-52 Stratofortress. It is the only jet in active service with 8 engines. We're talking about a bomber with a hairstyle and a band named after it. The B-52 is the most combat-capable bomber in the US inventory. Due to its high mission-capable rate, large payload, long-range, persistence, and ability to employ both nuclear and conventional precision standoff weapons, the B-52 continues to be a critical contributor to the US national security strategy. This is military mechanics, and today we will look at the B-52 Stratofortress.
I think when the enemy sees the B-52 fly overhead, it strikes fear into their hearts.
The B-52 is capable of dropping or launching the widest array of weapons in the US inventory. This includes gravity bombs, cluster bombs, precision-guided missiles, and joint direct attack munitions. There were huge leaps in aviation happening when the B-52 was being designed, and it went through 6 major redesigns during the 5-year design period. The B-52A first flew in 1954, and the B model entered service in 1955. A total of 744 B-52s were built. The youngest B-52 left Boeing's Wichita factory in 1962, meaning the 76 B-52Hs that remain in service are, technically, at least 59 years old. The B-52H can carry conventional cruise missiles that were launched in several contingencies during the 1990s, with Operation Desert Storm and culminating with Operation Inherent Resolve in 2016. This iconic giant has played a key role from the Cold War and the Vietnam War to the global war on terror. The aircraft's flexibility was evident in Operation Desert Storm and again during Operation Allied Force. Only the H model is still in the Air Force inventory. So how many more years does this old warrior have? Apparently, a lot. These bombers are flying examples of the ship of Theseus paradox. Take a 2,000-year-old ship and gradually replace every plank. How old is the ship? The oldest parts of any B-52 are the basic metal structures deep inside the airframe. Everything else has been replaced at least once. It's been almost 40 years since the Air Force first thought about replacing the B-52 engines. This project is finally underway. The contract for the B-52 Commercial Engine Replacement Program was awarded last fall, and the program is moving forward quickly. 2 new F-130 engines have been built, and if development and testing proceeds as planned, the first re-engined B-52s will be operational in about 5 years. The re-engining is the centerpiece of an upgrade that will keep the Stratofortress operationally relevant for another 20 to 30 years. After a 3-year contest in which Rolls bested GE Aviation and Pratt & Whitney, the company won a $500.9 million initial contract in September 2021 to develop and test the F-130 on the B-52. Rolls-Royce will provide the engines directly to the Air Force, and Boeing, the B-52's original builder, will integrate them on the bomber. This will ensure that the new power plants do not negatively affect the function of existing or new equipment. All the upgrades are expected to be installed concurrently during depot visits. The F-130 is a militarized version of Rolls-Royce's commercial BR-725, which the Air Force flies on its C-37 VIP transport and E-11 BACM. Boeing is designing a new engine nacelle to house the F-130, and much of the testing in the next couple of years will ensure the engine upgrade has no unintended effects on B-52 performance, such as how the aircraft behaves in crosswind conditions. The nacelle is one of the crucial elements. The 2-pod arrangement is fairly unique. Boeing and Rolls share a digital model of the B-52's wing, so that both are working from the same baseline. The F-130 should deliver about 30% better fuel efficiency and far fewer maintenance hours, while eliminating the current engine's vanishing vendor supply chain problems. Currently, B-52s cost $70,000 per flight hour to operate. That fuel efficiency will pay for the upgrades as much as a decade before the bombers retire, circa 2050. The new fuel-efficient engines will extend B-52's unfueled range with a standard weapons load and a 1-hour fuel reserve from 5,100 miles to 7,400 miles. New engines should allow the B-52 to conduct a cruise missile strike anywhere in the world with no more than one mid-air refueling. Boeing will modify the first two B-52Hs with the new engines in 2024. The engine replacement work also includes physical wiring, hydraulic changes, power changes, and cooling changes. The first 8 planes will join a B-52 test force at Edwards Air Force Base, Calif. Once complete, Rolls will provide some 650 F-130s to equip 76 B-52s. The overall program is valued at about $2.6 billion. While the bomber is 60 years old, structurally the B-52s are in great shape. Years of sitting runway alert did not wear out the airframes. The B-52 was designed with a lot of structural margin. The B-52 will also be the initial platform for the AGM-183 Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, or ARROW, USAF's first hypersonic missile, as well as the sole platform for the nuclear AGM-181 long-range standoff. Its long lifetime is a testament to the bomber's design and value. Once its new engines are fitted, this handsome old giant will continue to be one of the most iconic warriors in the sky.